One Piece's long-running story has been subjected to critique by many anime fans, as they believe it takes time for things to get interesting. But those who have been following the series know that it has been interesting from the get-go. The long story ensures that every character gets an opportunity to shine. Sometimes they even get second chances to prove themselves to the audience. Despite the multiple attempts, some characters are unable to make the most of them. But there are a few who seize the opportunity, make a strong comeback, and make a permanent place in the hearts of the fans. Number 6. Marco. Heavily featured in the Wano Country arc. Marco suffered terrible losses in the Summit War. Not only did he lose his father figure, but he also lost a brother in Ace. Marco was understandably sad, yet he tried to save Luffy from the Marines. Following the war's conclusion, Marco was involved in a major scuffle with Blackbeard, which he lost. Subsequently, Marco disappeared, and nobody knew if he would reappear. However, Nekomamushi located him and traveled to the place in hopes of recruiting Marco. The latter accepted, came to Wano, and immediately made an impact by kicking down the ship of the Big Mom pirates. During the raid, Marco took on the likes of Big Mom, King, and Queen. To come back from such a low point and play a pivotal role is truly spectacular. Number 5. Kuzan. Defeated his mentor. Kuzan was the first admiral to make his debut in One Piece. In his first confrontation with the Straw Hats, Kuzan managed to overwhelm the monster trio without breaking a sweat. Kuzan was also a driving force in the Summit War, where he played an important role in the victory of the Marines. Following the end of the war, he left the Marines. Kuzan remained away from the story until the Punk Hazard arc, when he appeared to save Smoker from Doflamingo. One would have expected to see Kuzan become depressed, but it was the complete opposite. He was more motivated than ever, and he was willing to sacrifice anything to achieve his goals. Kuzan got his crowning moment when he took down his former teacher, Garp, in an epic battle on Hachinosu. Number 4. Buggy. Became an emperor. When Buggy debuted in the series, he came off as somebody who would never be crucial to the overall story. He was not a fearsome villain who would strike fear into the hearts of opponents. He did not have any overpowered abilities, which only made his case weak. However, Oda had plans to use Buggy in the final saga, which is why he ended up becoming one of the 4 emperors. He even entered the race to find the One Piece. To think that Buggy went from a nobody to one of the most feared pirates in the world is nothing short of remarkable. Number 3. Koby. Turned into one of the strongest Marines. Koby's first appearance in the story barely drew any attention. After all, he was just a weak cabin boy who couldn't even stand up for himself. However, Koby's interactions with Luffy changed him for the better. Following their first encounter, Koby joined the Marines, trained under Garp, and became strong. Aside from his physical development, Koby became mentally resilient. He was no longer a crybaby, but someone who could be trusted in a dangerous situation. Since the time skip, Koby has earned the title of hero, and he has saved countless lives. His biggest achievement is the destruction of Avalo Pizarro's massive arm, which enabled the Marines to escape from Hachinosu. Number 2. Bon Clay. From villain to hero. Bon Clay is among the most loved characters in One Piece. Originally, he was an enemy of the Straw Hat Pirates, but towards the end of the Alabasta arc, he became their ally. Bon Clay and his crew acted as bait to lure the Marines away from the heroes. This resulted in Bon Clay's imprisonment, after which fans believed that they would never see him again. Fortunately, he reappeared in the Impel Down arc, where he teamed up with Luffy and helped him reach the lower levels of Impel Down. When Luffy was fighting for his life, it was Bon Clay who stayed behind and spurred him on. When Luffy was about to be stuck inside the prison, Bon Clay stayed behind to help him leave the facility. All these sacrifices changed him from a secondary antagonist into one of the best characters in the entirety of One Piece. Before moving on to number 1, I have one humble request. I have successfully completed my 4,000 hours watch time, and now I just need 1,000 subscribers to monetize my channel. So please smash that subscribe button. I regularly upload anime-related videos. Number 1. Bartholomew Kuma. The best written character. In just one arc, Bartholomew Kuma went from being a normal character to one of the biggest heroes in the series. Previously, Kuma came off as a villain who would do the bidding of his masters without hesitation. Oda revealed Kuma's tragic past in the Egghead arc. As a child, he was subjected to inhumane torture by the world government. To make matters worse, he lost both his parents, and he was left all alone. Despite all his suffering, Kuma remained kind and helpful. He even gave up his own consciousness so that his daughter could live a long life. Kuma's comeback is by far the best in One Piece.